Hey everyone, this is Kit Cabello with Harlan's Media. This is a very special interview because we've had Mejia Beal on our show in the past. You could check out that podcast as well as the video interview on our YouTube channel. But right now, this is an opportunity to hear about his new show with his partner Isaac King called Snatched. And it's another show in which they're talking about the issues that are impacting the citizens of Chicago and other current events that really demand attention that you won't see from corporate media. So first and foremost, I want to introduce you guys, starting off with you, Ken. Can you tell us about the show? And also, Isaac, we like your input too, so we'll start off with you, Ken.
So the show is about getting normal people to snatch their power back because it's been taken, and we have to take it back. So it's about snatching the political power back and getting the education to know how to snatch it back.
Isaac?
And we also want to snatch back the curtain and show people the corruption and the fraud that's going on in government. I feel that people really don't know exactly what's going on because they pay attention to tweets or things that are built to distract us. And we want to take the mask off of that face.
And for the most part, I think you guys have seen this firsthand as well, where we see corporate media basically tell a story, but only try and give like a middle ground, not really covering the issue, and not really getting to uncomfortable topics such as racism, police corruption, also a lack of rights that we're seeing with the Trump administration from towards the LGBTQ community, and on top of that too, environmental issues. Because when we see corporate media talk about it, it's usually this is happening, you decide, we won't let you know that the icebergs are melting, that police are abusing their power, and that there's a true lack of accountability at the state level and federal level. So in regards to that, what will you really bring in regards to basically addressing issues that, for the most part, some people might find uncomfortable to talk about?
Well, our show is about being uncomfortable. Our show is about learning why you're uncomfortable and dealing with the uncomfortability of it. What we're going to do is we're going to make you uncomfortable, and then we're going to take it back. And we're going to explain to you why you're uncomfortable, how you're uncomfortable, and how we can all get comfortable together.
And I think that what's really important that we're gonna do is bring a real human voice to to situations, like to what's really going on, because I feel like sometimes there's always like a pundit per se on TV that's talking about situations, but you don't feel relatable to that person. And I feel like we're real people, especially me, because you're more of a political person. I want to put a real human face on the issues that affect real people living in everyday life, and that's who I am. I'm not some like political pundit who has a poli-sci degree or anything like that. I'm just a regular person who's really compassionate and really involved in what's going on with our nation, with our government, and I want to get the knowledge out to regular people. I feel like I have been a voice for people for so long, and I am just so. I love the fact that we are actually doing this together, and the fact that we found each other, because you've given me wings, like you really have.
Thank you.
And final question in regards towards what you want to bring towards social media on Chicago and why people should view the city differently than how corporate media has basically portrayed it. And on top of that, where can our viewers and subscribers learn more about you guys and find you online?
So we are at on Facebook at Snatched Radio. On Twitter, we're at Snatched Radio. And what we're trying to do here is we're not telling people to vote blue. We're telling people to vote their conscience. We're telling people to vote for their issues. And that's what's super important about what's happening right now, is you have a lot of people saying vote blue, vote blue.
And finally, in regards to Chicago, what kind of new image do you want to help bring to it? Because for the most part, corporate media basically views this city as just being corrupt or just covered in crime. Well, what kind of new image do you want to bring towards this city?
The city is corrupt and it is covered in crime. And we want to make it uncorrupt, and we want to take away all the crime. There are lots of candidates running that are not corrupt. Let's talk about them.
Fantastic. Isaac, any final words?
Well, I also think that we are bringing a new voice and a new face to well, I just feel like we're the only two black gay guys doing anything political in a podcast. So yeah, I mean it's amazing to talk about Beyonce and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all that stuff or whatever, but we are the only two guys talking politically about things that really, really affect us and matter as a people. So, you know, that for that, you know, I just think that that's our main goal.
That's a fantastic note to end it on. Thank you both for joining Heartlands Media. All the best to both of you on your podcast. And this is Kid Cabello. Peace, and let us all do what we can to build a better future.
You're watching Hard Lens Media.